One Love. Advertise with us and let's help you promote your next product, project, or event. More than 1 million viewers every month in Guyana and all over the globe. No project too big, no project too small. Delta 9 Media. Let's help your project reach its widest possible audience. One love, Delta 9 travelers. One love. Welcome in to the flight. Welcome into the flight. Thanks for being a part of this international digital connection. Now, if you've been here before, you know the rules. As you come in, please and thank you. Hit that thumbs up button and help to boost this presentation in the algorithm so that everyone will get a chance to see and be updated with all of these headlines. Plus, we got so many things planned for this live presentation. So many headlines. Big up to all of the travelers who are in the chat from the early. Roderick, we're going on, buddy. Thanks for being a part of the live. Thanks for tuning in to this live presentation. Big up to all of those coming in on the ones. Okay. Well, I hope that's not call coming in right now. We ain't ready for tech calls yet, Delta 9 travelers. No calls yet. Big up to all of those who are coming in into the live right now, though. Big up to all of those frequent travelers, all of the new travelers in the chat. Courtney, thanks for being a part of the live. Lots of blessings to you, my brother. Same to you, Courtney. Thanks for being a part of this live presentation. I'm telling you, we got some persons early. Victor, what's going on? Victor is saying the PPP will soon be also left out. No option to give up themselves or face what is coming for them. I'm telling you, persons definitely highlighting. Big up yourself, Edmond. Thanks for being a part of the live. Desiree, thanks for tuning in. Edmond is saying good afternoon to the Delta 9 and others on the flight. Thumbs up the live, please. Big up yourself, Edmond. Thanks for dropping those insights. Desiree's tuned in all the way from Canada. International from the jump. We're connecting these headlines all over the globe. Thanks to all the travelers who are frequent travelers on the live. I'm telling you, we got so many headlines. I hear them man left Mohamed without no shoes. Man, I telling you, we got to update ourselves with these information coming in all the way from the ground in Guyana. Them man left the opposition leader without no shoes, not even one, for his own protection and for the protection of his family and his property. I telling you, what really going on in Guyana, Bobby? What is going on? If you can hear me and hear me clearly, Delta 9 travelers, drop a 9 in the comment section for me. Big up to the Rasta Empress, one of our moderators in the live right now. Greetings, Delta 9 Media, and everyone boarding and watching all the way from New Amsterdam. I'm telling you, wow, we're coming to you live from the beautiful Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Big up to all the travelers right now that are part of the live presentation. As we bring all of these very trending and important headlines to you right here on Delta 9 Media. I'm telling you, we got so many headlines to get into. Plus, this phone call. I know if you are catch up with our headline yet, we're going to get some insights coming from the top cops as to was really the standard operating procedure and what's going on with a phone call right there. We can get some insights on that, you know. Plus, a very disturbing headline that we got to make sure that we update ourselves with. Remember, it's 3 in 3, you know, 3 in less than 3. 3 different bombings in less than 3 years. Then now we're hearing this situation that, listen, persons open fire on GDF ranks close to the border. What's really going on with that? What's going on with that? things that we really got to make sure that we pay attention to and get to the bottom of those details. You understand? We gotta get down to the details. Big up to all the travelers who are part of the live right now. Rasta Empress dropping the nines in the comment section. That means we're coming through clearly. Big up to Courtney and everybody else that's in the live from early. Thanks for being a part of this live presentation. Every single person in the live right now. Please start getting into some of these headlines. Not about that time. It's about that time, Delta 9 travelers, as we analyze what's going on internationally with the ownership and the possession of things that we need to defend ourselves. Very important.
Countries with the most guns. All right, South Korea is basically the worst country that has the lowest amount of guns possible. And then we move forward into Myanmar that has 1 per 100 people. Vietnam, same thing. Cambodia, we're now 4.5 per 100 people. Now we got UK, India, Israel that all have that 5 to 6. You got Iran at 7. Brazil at 8. Okay, South Africa, Ukraine, interesting. Russia, wow, 12 guns per 100 people. That's a lot. Okay, like look at that. Afghanistan, Mexico, same thing. Italy, all right, edging them out a little bit higher. Australia, 14. Thailand's got 15 per 100 people. Suriname, 15 as well. Turkey, 16 per 100. Saudi Arabia, makes sense. Greece, makes sense, 17. Venezuela's got 18 per 100 people for guns. Bahamas have guns. Luxembourg, Iraq, France, all right. Germany, yep. Here's where we're getting into basically NATO territory. Portugal, 21 per 100 people. Pakistan, Sweden. Oh my God, a huge jump to New Zealand, 26 guns per 100 people. Switzerland, 27. Malta, 28. Also, if you click the like button, did you know it's going to wiggle? North Macedonia, dude, I've never even heard of that country. Austria, 30 guns per 100 people. Iceland, Lebanon, 31. All right, another huge jump, kind of. Finland, yep. Cyprus, Uruguay. Oh my God, we're getting into 35 guns per 100 people. Okay, Serbia. Oh, yep, here it is. Here it is. A really big jump. Big jump. Yeah.
One of the reasons that most of us celebrate the opportunity to be a part of the citizenry of the United States. Why? Because of the Second Amendment, because of the ability to take care of one most foundation necessities. Was the making sure that you could protect and defend yourself. Let me continue with this piece of video right here, highlighting something that is very dynamic about the United States. Why we're such a formidable force in the world.
52 guns. And then let me guess, U.S., right? U.S. has got to be at the top. Second Amendment. 120 guns per 100. Countries with the most guns.
120 for every 100. 120 for every 100. That means that within 100 persons, out of that 100, 20 get more than one. So that means that, listen, the United States is one of the most armed places in the world. And as we analyze this, we said to ourselves, isn't Guyana one of the wealthiest nations in the world? So how come they're not making sure that they reorchestrate the way things are done on the ground so that persons can now defend themselves and defend their property? Because your property is not your own if you can't defend it, you know. So all of that wealth that we got is easily taken away and controlled by other powers if we as a nation don't figure out a way to make sure that we're able to defend it. And as we're talking about defending it, let me highlight some of what might have caused the situation that went down earlier today, because the opposition leader was out and about in Bartica. And these were some of the headlines that were being highlighted. Let's jump into this.
And the other night when nurses was in there hollering for police and guards, nobody come immediately. Look at that. He was there, and the next very day he sent somebody contractor and a contractor who fix the door. Up to now, it can't close. We're not secure in there.
I was merely still waiting for the police to give a statement if they're ready. I am here.
Imagine he call the police and engage and people up to now. You don't respect the law man in this country, right? These are big people. This lady probably could be your mother. You call the police and people come here.
Mr. German, the cops are here. What is the problem? I will speak to the police in my own private time. I'm not all about the publicity.
The police are saying, but wait a minute.
Don't try to twist my
It's about facts.
I don't have to speak to the police
And
for the
it can't
camera.
be
This is not
one-sided
us.
either.
This is not us.
It's about facts and it cannot be one-sided. Because the police would need to get a statement from everybody here. Because there's a reason you called it.
You know why I called the police? Because when I was trying to talk to you to give you assistance.
Oh, that's the reason?
Yes, no,
What is
you're
my name?
not listening to me.
What is
You're
my
not listening
name?
to me.
You saw me about 5 hours ago sitting in the lab
Listen,
area.
see, I was
If
busy
you
up on
even
there.
ask me if I'm getting through, suddenly you're interested. Suddenly you're very interested in what I was saying to the leader of the opposition and of the supremacy. I was merely stating that my mother is 74 years old. She was here since this morning, right? She had a mug to drink.
I'm telling you, the opposition leader highlighting some of what was going on in Bar Ticker. And when I was watching this, I was saying, well, yes, what's really taking place in our beautiful nation, right? What's really going on? Well, there's even more to come with those headlines. Rasta Empress, one of our insightful moderators, is sharing this with us early in the live. She's saying that's such a good thing when a country arm their citizens and their security measures are intact. Yeah, because there's a whole different mindset, there's a whole different perspective about owning firearms when you are a part of the United States. It's a whole different perspective, and it's something that is very, very important. And that is why a lot of nations just look at the US and say, nah, boy, I'm not going to even try it. Not at all. I'm not going to even try it. I don't even know what they might be packing. And after we done had the situation back and forth with the military, we got to deal with the millions and millions of persons who are armed to the teeth, right? A lot of persons that see that and say, nah, boy, there's a no-go right there. Clifton, thanks for being a part of the live. Burton is saying big up to the Delta 9 travelers. Big up yourself, Burton. Thanks for being a part of this international digital connection. We got so many headlines. We cruising right now as we analyze what went down in Bartica when the opposition leader went for a visit to one of the hospitals over there.
Now, the doctor I was just stating that we were here 4 or 5 hours now. So we just got to the emergency room door, and they stated, one of the doctors said you have to wait. So I don't know if it's the next 3 hours. I was merely, you suddenly get involved.
When you finish, tell me my name.
You suddenly get involved. You didn't even introduce yourself. Is that proper customer service? How you just butt into this conversation just like that? So next you know, you up and call. I wish they would turn up just like that, like a magic wand, whoop, and they're here. Because I've been calling them about nice nuisance.
Yeah, give me a chance to talk. So she don't even know why I was trying to talk to her. They don't even know why the police is here.
I want to know how you are so invested in this conversation. No.
Let me hear Mr. Drummond.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me hear what Drummond does. I was trying to talk to you because I was trying to get somebody to assist you so the big woman can go home. But you refused to give me a chance.
Can you speak to me to my back? You can approach me.
Miss, I was standing here. I was
to my
standing
side,
here.
to my back. Speaking to me.
Because I just came out the
Hello.
business.
You are.
Anybody with the results?
Yeah, This big lady, your results, please have this big lady.
Because customer service, you would have approached from the front and say, hello, madam. But this is how it happens here. This is the process. This is how it goes.
Yeah.
You can't come and tell me you were speaking to me from the back or the rear end. You can't speak to this big lady. This big lady got dementia. She won't even remember what you're saying.
Not a big lady. I'm telling you
about me.
What is going
Well,
on.
sir, you would have to approach me in front of my face and indicate that you're speaking to me. You can't approach me from the rear end
My
and
apology.
talking to me
My
from my
humblest
back.
apology. My
So
humblest
you
apology.
and the rest of the staff, if y'all know
My
y'all need to
humblest
get
apology.
customer service training, please invite a group that does that and start it
My
over.
humblest apology. Because when I was trying to engage the lady, your staff was getting very hasty and fiery. Yes, he was getting very feisty and telling me don't let him get on the other side and all of that. That is what it. Sorry, didn't you tell me that just now? He said don't let him get worked up and get on the other. Didn't you tell me that just now? That is why I call the police, you know. No, but that's why I call the police.
But what's your behavior is hospital wide? Right. I'm surprised that you
Mohamed, this is not politics. This is not. If the big woman need assistance, if the big woman need assistance, we're willing to assist her. We're willing.
Telling you, we really gotta have some more compassion for one another, you know. We all think about what we watching here, so travelers. Why do we got to treat one another so it's less than a million a week, you know? It's less than a million a week with one of the biggest wealth finds of this decade. And look how we treating one another. You don't see people gonna run in from we and do what they want. Why you think people is be so bold to think that they can attack our GDF, right? On the border and do all kind of thing in the country. Why you think it's 3 in 3 and up to now nobody get convicted? Up to now no one is convicted for none of them explosions, right? And look at how we treating one another, buddy. You think we gonna go any part of the world and behave like that? Home. Home you gone. Is home you gone. We's come internationally and we find we manners. Why we can't find we manners at home? What's going on with that? Hmm? We watch some.
Ain't that sister? She needs assistance.
Sorry.
That's what I'm telling the doctor. Sister lady, that's what I'm trying to intervene
This
for.
no, but that's not for you intervene, sir.
That is what the interviewer
You
was asking her.
intervene and said that she's there for 4 hours.
If it was on
because 2 hours
No,
is
no,
not the top man, German.
The 2 hours I told her she didn't have to wait the 2 hours because you have to wait for the labs. You could go home and come back. That is what I told her.
That is what you
Because
said.
I wouldn't expect the big lady. I wouldn't expect the big lady to wait here for 2 hours. I said the other 2 hours, if she had to wait for that, that's why I tell her. Well, that is wrong. I told her that. But not in that man.
Right.
You cannot be speaking to somebody and addressing them from behind the back.
People are here listening to you, German. I'm glad it's not just us here, and they have other people.
I'm trying to help the lady. You're trying to do
But
politics.
Trying to help the lady. Is it politics? Or could you read some of that energy and don't feel like, hey, we got to treat one another with a bit more respect. We got to treat one another better, buddy. Oh my God, yo. Why we gotta go on like that? And then when we international, we find we manners. Yeah, I'll think about what we're seeing right up on the screen, Delta 9 travelers. Drop it into the comment section and definitely call in and share your views about these very important and very trending headlines. The opposition leader and the team went out to bar ticker, and guess what? Those are some of the things that were highlighted as we jump into some more headlines right here on Delta 9 Media. Desiree is saying, why seniors have to go through? Wow, sad situation. Sad situation. The be honest here, call and I'm trying to make sure that I got this audio connected. Let me see. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Line. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Line. Doing great so far, you know. One second, let's just make sure that I connect you to the speaker so all the viewers can hear you. Yep, we're hearing you loud and clear, Dion. Yeah,
Once again, blessing us, eh?
every time.
Holidays so far.
Great man, sun is nice, and I here right now,
Yeah.
chilling with persons all over the globe as we connect and highlight all of these headlines.
Yeah, man, I'm doing some lounge right now, my
Okay. I know it's a
brother.
must. Yeah.
My brother, I want to ask you one question. Maybe part of today you put these damn phone up there.
This is why I asking myself at the same time, like,
Everybody let the police them phone up there. It's because they were a threat to the opposition leader and one them. Why I understand, bro.
the
But we
thing
will be threat really, bro.
the thing is looking very sticky. You understand? I warned to myself, how you calling the police on the opposition leader who's there to
Yeah,
advocate for persons?
the rich, bro. The rich man done 3 minutes, the rich, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, you also, when the car is put you something in community, there's already a vehicle that is,
yeah,
look, turn up. Tell me now, to you, all the shit officers turn up, my brother.
yeah. As it's almost like if they was
I
on
want you to
watch.
see,
Yeah.
I want you to see that, my brother. The
Mm-hmm.
shit officers turn up.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them nobody in blue there, everybody in KT.
For the opposition leader and MPs that are out there to look out for the benefits of the people on the ground. If we don't wake up, buddy, and we can't see what's going on with we, look, our country is gonna be doomed in a couple of years with this type of behavior. Yeah, because with
I tell you
100,000,
now,
yeah,
oh, this is politics. How African science become politics, bro? You know, it's sticking one fish and water.
yeah,
How becomes politics?
and we could
And
already sense
everybody
the
tries to
attitude.
highlight the story.
Yeah,
And you hear a nice progressive time was aggressive.
yeah,
So how did it become politics? Same thing with the Shane Coffee. You know what I mean? So fix them properly. But anyway, what do you listening,
big up
brother?
yourself, bro. Thanks for calling in. It's like if we don't got no respect for one another, and that's the thing that we show into the world. Because when you show the world how we treating one another, they gonna come in and think they could do the same thing. That's why persons is feel they could come in the country, blow up by a station, blow up the gas station, blow up the playground, and up to now, nobody in get convicted for it. And we still moving forward with all of these microaggressions that turning into bigger aggressions. And we waking up and seeing that is how we treating one another is the foundation to how these people is gonna interact with us as a nation, right? And we gotta get into some of the headlines because listen, I had a chance to listen to the whole hearing at the ICJ. I know how many persons had a chance to listen to it. We got the whole thing covered right here on Delta 9 Media. It's up on the channel. Check it out for yourself. Listen, the details that came from that hearing right there was great for me to understand the ramifications of what's going on with this border issue that's been raging for so many decades between us and Venezuela. And I could tell you this, it's bear bullying going on all the time from what I understand. Bear bullying, them man just going on at a rate because they realize, one, we don't got the military, and two, our population is small. So they're trying to take advantage. But guess what? It's about that time for the court to put an end to the foolishness once and for all. Which, from my perspective, the judgment is already in from before. So this conversation is just a reminder for them, you know. But we can get into them details, man. We can get into some more of what's going on in our beautiful nation. Janet, thanks for being a part of this live presentation. Janet is saying good night to everyone. Good night, Janet. Thanks for tuning in. Desiree is saying very disrespectful. Yeah, how you know, telling him. Anne is saying good night, Delta 9 family and viewers. Thanks for tuning in, Anne. Thanks for being a part of the live. Thanks for being a part of the live. You see, Desiree's highlighting training. Yeah, we act like we don't get no training, but you'd be surprised. to see these same people internationally when certain persons approach them in them same capacity there. How they just fall into line and how they just deal with them situations. You understand? And it's about time that we realize there's no place right now like Guyana. There's no place. Beautiful culture, great weather, could provide food for itself. One of the wealthiest economies in the world, wealthier than the US, wealthier than a lot of these Middle Eastern nations. What going on with we? What going on with we, buddy? What going on with we? Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Blessed Tuesday evening to you and all the viewers.
Every time, what going on, huh? Thanks for calling in.
Thing rough, thing tough, thing rough, thing tough. Tell you.
And it don't need to be. It definitely don't need to be.
Listen, bro. It's not, these Guyanese don't respect each other. It's not about training. They know what is right and what is wrong. They don't have no respect for each other. That's like what I'm going to tell you something. When Granger bring the parking meters, because they got up this body they don't want to pay. But when they migrate to here, they pay the meter, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're paying that meter.
Mm-hmm.
All the lawlessness, the left, right there, most of them, that's why some of them, when they come in with the foolishness, either get sent back, or they get buried, or they go to jail.
Yeah.
You see?
You break any meter over, is the bangle going for you?
I don't know the thing. And the next thing with the bullyism is when it's, yo, this thing is somebody behind this thing, but and I feel I know who behind this big thing is Venezuela trying to bully these people, you know. But Venezuela is getting drawn to something, but they're testing the water for see.
Yeah.
But if they only jump, they're going to get cut down. Uncle Sam, listen. Remember the whole thing that Guyana with the claim of the land and all these things?
Yeah.
Now, who was in, what you call it, the negotiator between Venezuela, Spain and England? America, right?
The US was the one that actually made it possible for them to have a hearing. Because nobody wasn't paying them no attention because they had no say. So when British was just wraggling and tangling with them, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't even going into court with them.
Right, but then when America tell British to don't do so, British still was banging them with the thing because they had no proper arms. That time British was the power out.
All right. So how important is the military of your nation? Very, right?
You see?
Very, very important.
America was no power out. So America come negotiate for peace and negotiate between these two things, two countries, one which is powerful, which is the big brother.
Mm-hmm.
Big brother trying to tell big brother what to do, big brother said no. So what America do is side with thing and the deal went a certain way and Venezuela no America might lose the deal.
Mm-hmm.
So when they say when all these things come, who was to run a guy in America? So you have to have something in order to come in.
Yeah.
America is baiting Venezuela to come into Guyana shore. The land. So jump in and say they have sales them. And once they do that, they take claim. Guyana, you know, nothing, you know. It's a game playing right now.
Yeah.
It's a serious game.
Problem, action, solution.
Guyana is not paying attention.
I think they're not paying attention. I think they're paying attention, but they're playing like if, you know, when you play there to see what kind of funeral you can get, or to see persons realize that you're fronting all the time. But it's time for persons wake up and realize that, listen, we, the persons, the citizens of the nation, are the ones that got to stand up and say and make sure that these things go in the way that we would like it. You can't just leave these situations up to certain persons. Look what's going on. Look what's going on.
Yeah, but this is what we got right now. We have tribal war among the black people them, so they can't
Mm-hmm.
get together because of the tribal difference. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
Yes, right? Then we have a division among race. That's two. Yes, right? Then we got division among the nation. That's three. Nothing is unified or together is what we're talking about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then the government is who run the nation,
Mm-hmm.
and they're divided. The opposition is divided. Which they not trying
Bro,
to, none of them, all them see they don't need each other.
the
This is
government,
wrong.
the government right now so divided when last they had a sit in a parliament. Look at all the things that are going on in the world. How come Guyana is one of the wealthiest nations with one of the fewest sitting of the assembly? What's that telling us as a people? Is that
It's
these
telling the people of Guyana who live there is that they don't matter. And they
bro?
behave like they don't matter.
Yeah.
Because look at this thing. You seeing these people keep coming at you for the land. But you still letting them in. A man stand up in front of you and say we get 100 something thousand away in your land.
It's so
It's such
hard.
a hard time.
Yeah. And it's so hard when
And that's not the exact number. It's more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's them man too clever to tell them the exact number.
Yeah. You forget to mention the fact that remember we all are trained militia, right? And it's hard for a GDF and a person in the army, right? People in the armed forces. Could you imagine? You got there the borders defending the country from persons invading it, and then you got these same persons inside of the country causing a havoc, and persons are welcoming them in. What kind of double standard is that? There's something that is gonna now make persons say about it. This is so. This makes sense. Me putting myself in them danger there for this amount of money, one. Plus, people playing a two-sided game, which is very dangerous. They don't understand how dangerous this threat is. You know who understand it? President Trump. Is your President Trump with the borders? Close down everything. Close down everything because too many persons were coming in. You don't even know who's who and how dangerous the place was becoming. People who live in New York from before could tell you how New York would have changed when the borders was wide open and people was running in. The whole of Queens Boulevard and all of them things switch up.
The thing is, they need to get it together.
Definitely.
If Venezuela could start a war, they could start a war from coming in and from within.
Yeah.
And the military don't even have no proper ammunition.
Listen.
But that's what America wants.
Exactly.
So that's to happen.
That's what any nation. That's what any nation would want.
And then run the country.
If you got enough money, you're a soft target. You're gonna need security. You understand me? You're gonna need security, and who best to secure you than the persons them that could benefit from your resources? We just gotta call a spade and look at what's going on for real.
Yeah.
You understand?
Because they have American military within the Equatorial region. You know that.
Yeah.
I know people who is stationed there right now.
Yeah.
But they are there for just oversee. Listening.
Big up yourself, Al. Thanks for calling in with them insights. I'm telling you, as we analyze these headlines, very important that we make sure that we analyze these things, you know. Rasta Empress is saying, there's no place like home. Better believe it. Then again, the same home can get roaches, rats, and termites and need to be terminated. Let's begin to look within. Right? The home. And remember, charity begins at home. You got to treat one another better. When you go to these different public offices and them things, why are we so mad about, having to serve one another? That's a must. Some persons got to help one another along the way. What's going on with we? And then we jump on a plane and end up in the US or someplace else. Watch the manners come on. Because it's a different type of system. You can't go on like that. You're there on camera, the reporter to cooperate call down to your management. Next thing you know, 2-3 days, come down to the end of the week, you get your check and you're gone. They want you no more in there. That's it. But you see, because of the small population, we somehow think that we could operate like that. But as we analyze some more of what's going on with Team Win, this is what went down earlier today at the Mohammed's home. Let's jump into some of these details right now. And before we even jump forward again, I just want to say happy Arrivals Day, happy Indian Arrivals Day to all my Indo brothers and sisters in Guyana and in the diaspora. You know, y'all play a very pivotal part in everything that went down after slavery in Guyana. It's very important that we make sure that we remember these very historical and very important days in our calendar, right? Happy Indian Arrival Day to all the Indo brothers and sisters who came all the way from India and definitely played a pivotal part in what went down in our nation. And before we jump forward, because I know on Delta 9 Media, we've got so many things to share. Let's jump into this and understand why, right? Persons were able to be brought from India as indentured laborers in the first place. There was a conquest that went down before on their land as well. You understand? They were colonized as well. They were oppressed as well to the point where men were willing to just travel abroad for the opportunity to make some amount of income to take care of their family. Let's analyze these details.
For the British, everything revolved around India. One of the reasons why the British let the United States become independent was the British went, we're going to make a crazy amount of money in the United States. We'll make that part of their surrender treaty. They'll still be part of the empire for economic purposes. But the real gem on the planet is India. When the British began conquering India, it was 24% of the world's GDP. When the British left, it was 4% of the world's GDP. That's what you call plundering. For the British, everything revolved around India. One of the reasons why the British let the United States become independent was the British went, we're going to make a crazy amount of money in the United States. We'll make that part of their surrender treaty. They'll still be part of the empire for economic purposes. But the real gem on the planet is India. When the British began conquering India, it was 24% of the world's GDP. When the British left, it was 4% of the world's GDP. That's what you call plundering. For the
This we'll call a plundering, and plundered so much to where the men and later on the children and the women had to flee to different parts of the world now trying to find something to make themselves some kind of life, you understand, to afford them some kind of life close to what they would want to experience in those times, right? So many things for us to analyze. So there was an oppression on our brothers and sisters from India before they even came to the shores of Guyana. So that's a whole different life and a whole nother story that we would definitely get into. But nonetheless, big up to all the Indo brothers and sisters in Guyana. Happy Indian Arrival Day.
Let me come outside. We're coming up.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Share the live. Happy Arrival Day. Share the live, everyone. Political persecution.
Which I am located at Rundle Police Station. I'm here this morning to serve Mr. Azruddin Mohamed. I'm not the Mr. Nazar Mohamed.
I'm Nazar.
As it relates to my read the document, yes, please, guys. As it relates to this Azzuddin Mohammed, re-notice to show cause and temporary surrender of firearms.
We already surrender our security fire.
Just let me finish the document, please. These are our records of the Guyana Police Force indicate that you are the license holder of the following license police. Layer 1, Benelli, Light Shotgun, serial number Y02282. They have one manual defense, 5.56 seconds in the hit, .232 caliber rifle, serial number AJ002746, and one Glock 45 caliber pistol, serial number SMB810. The document continues. The U.S. Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, in collaboration with Guyanese law enforcement, has conducted an investigation into their business operating within and outside of Guyana. Consequently, you have been indicted, in the United States District Court, Southern District of Florida, for conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud. Wire fraud, mail fraud, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. In light of these serious allegations, you are hereby required to show cause in writing why your firearm license should not be revoked in accordance with Section 18A, 8A of the Firearms Act, Chapter 1605. Furthermore, you are required to immediately surrender all firearms and ammunition currently in your possession, along with their corresponding license, to the police officer or officers serving this document. Sincerely, and it is signed by Mr. Simon King, the Commissioner, leading the district.
We were sanctioned since the 11th of June 2024. That was when we were sanctioned. We had our firearms, our security firearms, till up till March of 2025. The president himself told my father, after we were sanctioned, the sanction has to do with the United States of America. We are Guyanese. It is my democratic right to protect myself, to protect my family, to protect my businesses.
Yes.
Every day I'm going out there to meet the people. Just yesterday I went to Bartica, to the Bartica Regional Hospital, to listen to the plights of the people. If you see the condition of the hospital, right? When leaving Bartica, and when I arrived back at Parika, the Parika clamped the vehicle that I was in, the police, right outside the place. But what I'm trying to say, I want to let everyone know, I want to let the world know that we had our security firearms up to March 2025 after I refused, right, to listen to the president to release a statement that I won't be running for office, that I won't announce my candidacy. We had all our firearms up to March 2025, right? Because he said, you need your firearms to protect your businesses and yourself. And I know they still have persons that are sanctioned according to this OFAC sanction, still have their firearms up to date in this country.
I'm telling you, that's a very powerful point that the opposition leader just made right there. There's a lot of other persons that were sanctioned. Are they going through this situation right here where they got to show cause why they should have a firearm to protect themselves, their family, and their property? Are they going through this level of, well, you could see it clear on the screen. Are they going through this level of scrutiny? We gotta ask ourselves, if this is the case, how come it's not being highlighted? And if it actually went down, then it should definitely be highlighted that there is equality before the law. Inform the public what's really going on, so we could say, all right, good. Everybody that gets sanctioned going through the same process. What y'all think about this Delta 9 travelers?
May I ask you one question, sir?
Yes.
Are we signing off on this document and release the firearms?
But I don't understand. These are your personal weapon. This is my personal weapon to protect
But sir,
myself.
this document here
Every
basically
day I
is
have special
stating,
branch following me around. Every single day. I'm scared for my
this
life.
document is
But just the other
basically
day,
asking
I
for
went.
you to provide
Yes, I
a
agree with you.
letter to
Yes.
state
I understand you listening. You're
and
taking instruction. I
temporarily,
understand.
temporarily surrender the firearms that you have in your possession. So I cannot speak more on it. I was
I know,
just
I
instructed to
understand, but
bring
just
this
I understand.
document and
just
hand it
10
over.
days ago, I
But I
licensed
would
my
just
gun.
like to know if it is that you guys will
We will
sign and
surrender
receive the
the gun.
document or
We
you
will
surrender.
surrender the
Thank you,
firearms.
sir.
But
Thank you,
please
sir.
allow me to say
That is
something to the
okay, sir.
media.
Go right ahead, sir. That
Okay?
is no problem. That is no problem.
When the police came, and I see a lot of policemen here, 3 police came to my business place saying that they come to collect with a letter, just like what you have there, to collect the security
Weapon.
weapons. Right? I asked them if you want my personal weapons too, and they says no. But they are here only to collect the security weapons because your license and everything as it relates to financial business have been cancelled, and there is no need for you to have the security weapons. So about 70 guns. I hand them over. They said no, they don't need your personal
Personal.
firearm. Right? I went and I licensed my guns 10 days ago. He's supposed to go, right, and license his
Let me
guns.
bring the lens.
And then suddenly, you come here today. I'm not blaming you in any way. I know you get instructions from higher, right? That's okay. I understand. I respect the police. And I respect the role that the police are playing in the country. But just the other day, I licensed my guns. And it's not that I need guns, because my protection is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? I have guns over 40 something years ago. I got guns when Mr. White was president of this country, right? And these same guns assisted
The license
in
his firearm on the
protecting
27th of April. Yes,
You know?
all of our security weapons.
the same people that send in you.
So wait, man. This is what we're really watching is if they went and licensed these same firearms on the 27th, could it be after this license was done, somebody said, wait, what holy mom is them coming with the license on the 27th? And then this kick up the rumpus that create this situation here we're seeing? Because how could something be legal one time and then less than 2 weeks after they come into repossess it under a situation that already was existing before you do the license on the 27th? Because the sanctions was way before April 27, 2026. And then they went in to the license office, then get the started out on the 27th, and then now today on the 5th of May, police roll up and say, hey, show cause why you should have this. How come they didn't do that on the 27th or the 28th? Very interesting times, And we got to realize what's really going on in front of our faces. Call a spade a spade. There's a lot of situations that persons are going to look and say, hey, greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Yeah. Good night, good night. This matter with Mohammed there with that gun. Mohammed them license for the security what they had, then give up because they had their license, they can't renew them business. So they have to give up the gun. Now they get a personal gun. All the time they get a gun anyway, they go for the personal. You mean they get them a businessman, regardless what, and your opposition leader.
Yes.
27th of this April, the man go and renew them license for them firearms. the license renew. And now they come to seize the firearm. And the same time, why they renew the man license? You know, makes sense.
Make
You
no
renew
sense.
the man. Is something going on with, you know, the thing that's going on is Bharat, Ali, and Laila. That's the problem. Who must have them minister now have firearms? Let me tell you something, my brother. Which means the nation know and the people know. Only the parents, both parents know. Can you remember a few years ago, a girl walked with Nandalal and she owned a firearm and the gun the husband shoot him at canal. Number one.
Yeah.
He gets shot and the husband shoot himself. Only the parents know what takes place with that girl in the office. It's the leg in the office at the AG. What this does investigate the matter. Why the body, the guy shoot the wife? Because the wife in a walk with the AG. Does they investigate that? How she get a firearm license? How all the minister get firearm license money? And
Dangerous times.
And the minister and them, and only them, people understand that people on their business that firearm. The guy was shoot. The guy say your cell phone at read and look how he got license. How he got license. What happened Nandalal Bharat? What happened Diana? What really that place, money?
And the opposition leader got to move around unarmed. It's crazy.
Yeah, but Dave don't say one thing, buddy, before the opposition go. That's what Chinese got to realize. Dave said there is no way they're going to listen to Argentine in Parliament. Them are 37 of them. The speaker met 37. Don't they Argentine or the PNC do what they got to do? See, when the last thing they're going Parliament? When for this time? When? How long now?
Budget was the last thing.
Parliament and then I go back.
Budget was the last.
So they never listen to us and nation. The people have to realize. Bharat use the word, they never listen to us. And neither but they want and I'll listen to PNC. APNU. Okay, buddy.
It's crazy. Thanks for calling in and sharing those views with us, Uncle. I'm telling you, persons definitely highlighting their views on what's going on right here as we continue to analyze it, you know. Greetings, Mr. Flash Garden. Thanks for being a part of the live.
Yes, good evening to you and all my black brothers and sisters in Guyana. First thing first, Flash is responsible for what he said, not all you folks in talk with him. Why does Uncle always represent Mohamed? Let me tell Uncle something. No disrespect, Uncle. I just start in the line of politics and politics. What goes along comes around. What goes for the good is good for the garden. Can you say, Uncle, remember Mohamed stood up in Parliament and said 2015 and 20, he protect them boys from who? From Flash Garden. Let me use myself as an example. From Flash Garden, the Flash Garden is criminal dogs, knucklehead, and Flash Garden would have killed Jack Dion and all of them. So that makes Mohamed said he protect them from black people. Remember Mohamed said, and daddy, them carry 2 guns, but from God, you said the more than 2 guns. For kill for kill black man. Why is Uncle always coming now and represent Mohamed? When Mohamed was getting his strength, Jack just said one thing in history. I can speak on the God, I billion niggas block you. Jack Joe making all the country $190-something billion uncle, and you know pay dying. The same Jack Joe government represent him against the black champion wouldn't give him in the police force when the sergeant investigator see Mohamed involved in killing paper shots Why this uncle talking nonsense? Tell Mohamed kind of as a man and face his problem. Mohamed said to him, like, you know them Cody boys. Excuse me, I don't feel like me use the word Cody. Are you East Kenyan, brother Mohamed? I don't know. The government want them guns now for scare them guns, for see them guns involved criminal activity. Then you have to find something to jail them. And the next thing will happen to Uncle. What you ride? Jabjo go make sure that if he never stand charge, he go jail them for the same story with paper charge. Because they still got evidence. Jabjo them for testing him can go to jail and get charged for pay the charge murder. The black police officer investigated said yes, cut the life. And said, Mohamed is involved in killing the baby. What's wrong with this uncle? I was coming and running mouth with nonsense. Let Mohamed stand as a man and correcting mistake as a leader. He was with PPP them all the years of his life. He not vote for change for black man, but today said, oh, Allah got his back and Allah is here, and the people, many people them a stupid black man who you fool. And you tell him not to stand up in parliament and tell black man please, me pumping billions of dollars for the people see them 2050, 2007 into what? To keep black man in punishment and slavery. No, always trying the same uncle. Tell Mohamed for cleaning mistake up as a visitor land, because what an impression you know when you don't want to pay your own bills. Thank you very much. Let me listen to your program.
Big up yourself, Mr. Flash Garden. Thanks for calling in with those insights right there. What are your views, Delta 9 travelers? Drop it into the comment section. Call it in. There's so much going on in this headline right here. Greetings. You're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Yeah, my brother. It's just the smoke, you know. You don't see the fire yet, you know, my brother.
Yeah.
Remember, I tell you one thing. When they get the house and they get all the people there, my brother, then you go see the fire. This is just the smoke we see, my brother, because this is what they want to do. Make him a little boy. You understand? They want to humiliate him. You understand?
Yeah.
But the top cop, remember the top cop was speaking and he said, only the Home Affairs Minister could revoke a gun license and them things.
Yeah.
So how come you get police there taking away people gun? You understand that, brother?
So you're saying is on edge for all the times he call him Minister Tin safe. You call me Minister Tin.
Exactly,
Watch what you do. Watch what you do.
Only she artist, my brother, but instruct that a gun be taken away from and now you're doing business with the Mohammed. How come the Mohammed like the gun last month, bro?
Not even 2 weeks yet.
Yeah, bro, I can understand that. And when the people like the gun, why you take it then?
Why didn't deny them the renewal?
And listen, my brother, and you see how we guide these police so backward more than we forward. Look at how they handle these weapons. They may get no gloves. They may get a bar to put these weapons in. They may get, you don't understand, brother.
Yeah. They're supposed to come here.
Things. You know what I mean? This is unprofessional, buddy. All of them supposed to be wearing gloves and take these gloves, guns and put them in a bag.
No, they're supposed to come with cases.
I can retarded. I don't understand.
They're supposed to come with cases to put them in because they don't know what it was coming for. You understand? They're supposed to come with cases that could fit them to put them in and close these cases in front of the owner if necessary. You understand me? And then proceed. Because there's a very sticky situation, just like other persons that calling were highlighting. Things might find on them saying tool and then you hear they want it for this and that, you know?
Yeah, but they are saying if you want to go wherever you ballistic, wherever you want to fire you want to do. You have to act professionally, bro. You can't just go turn up with your hand like that. No proper glove, no proper compartment to put these things in. Now you got emptying out the bullet in a cup. You understand that, brother?
Yeah, no, that is it's just it. Yeah,
It's like Dalio. It's like Dalio.
Full games.
What day today, bro?
Full games.
You know Dalio? Yeah, mommy and daddy scene, bro. But there's always tell you, see Magadag, what on you and bite you. And this is what happening there to
serious times in Guyana.
Yeah, but the son is wrong now for biting. He got to take it by it. You can remember, he could take them, you know, he well to take them. They were afraid of him. They was afraid, not of him, they was afraid. So, let me watch and listen and learn.
I tell you. Big up yourself, Dion. Thanks for calling in and dropping those insights right here with us. Anvil. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Anvil is saying good night, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Anvil, thanks for being a part of the live presentation. All right, big up to Anvil, one of our new travelers right here with us. Thanks for tuning in. Desiree saying, why seniors have to go through? Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Line.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
Let that guy know flatter what you mean.
Yeah.
He never speak. Yeah, bro.
You got mute the background, you're getting a feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me not said nothing against or send it back, Mohamed. I just only talk about the one. Let that guy know. Me not done nothing against or said the back Mohamed attack anything about PNC or any Mohamed or the all I said is the PCP ruling party. What put go send people here. We talk about Barak, we talk about Nandalal.
Yeah.
And say who get what. So why he attack what Uncle Tat? If you want worry with this guy, there is no way you can get the guy here attack the racial attack. And you see the proof that Mohammed will pay for that. Like God said, who kill Saturday Utah? He only got to jail bound. And this fucking stupidness is a fucking lunatic.
All right. Uncle plugging out on Flash, I telling you, this thing is causing persons to plug out on the live. Just asking y'all to moderate the expletives because we are big people and they might have younger ones listening into the live. Plus, we got to contemplate on the parameters of the platform as well, just to respect it, you know. Big up to Eva. Thanks for being a part of the live, Eva. Thanks for tuning in. Good night to one of our insightful moderators as he talks the things in the life. To big up yourself every time, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Line. Yeah.
Like I call and I just say, right? Flash is a big man. I respect you as a big man. But you gotta start this. When he come in, you make it wrong that he's just dividing the country. And a country cannot move forward, the people in the country, by dividing, by division. Whatever me know what I now hear Mohammed, but he have something with Mohammed. He don't even ban the PPP government to thing like how he, when he hear Mohammed's name, it's like something torn on in here. You understand? No, I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Bro, there's more than one people in this thing, bro. Big man, I keep telling you, I respect you. You come sometime, you give knowledge. But then you want to teach us as youth, bro. You can't teach us just to be one-sided and just black and black. Black people alone is not living in Guyana. Black people alone is not living in America. Black people alone is not living anywhere in this world.
is a nation around the world with all races.
Mm.
And black people who can't give themselves the free to be out, give themselves the freeness of life. They need these other ways along to get free. Because it speak about numbers. And black people alone do not have the numbers to fight. Yes, we are strong people. But we need other races. Bro, this is where I teach my youth them to be the black, but they have to understand that every Indian is a bitter Indian. Not every white is a bitter. I tell you, the business I does and the things I does, I deal with that people who is terrible than a white man I deal with.
Sometimes
that
for real.
Who is terrible than a Chinese man I deal with. You understand?
Yeah.
They even try, I would go to a white man and say, yo, I want 10 grand for this work. And they give it to me. I go to my home knowing that it's a $12,000, $15,000 work. But me just say, yeah, give me a 10. And they think I could beat me to 7 or 6. Because they want me to get that if I get what they got. That's not going to happen, bro. I am talking out of experience out here now.
Yeah.
With this thing, bro. So, not all of us is for us. We having something I call a tribal warfare among ourselves. That's why we have no unity, no respect, no understanding, no nothing towards each other. And if we do not show each other these things, the other race is not going to show. Some of them will show, some of them will not, but the majority will not. But a few will show the respect that we need to get from our own people that we don't sometimes get from the majority of our own people, big man.
Unity is a must.
Big man and me. But I sure you know certain things, but you can't live in the past. You got to don't forget the past, but you can't live in it. The past is what you embrace to go forward stronger.
Powerful point.
And as long as we can come together as Guyanese nationality, not race, we wouldn't get no way. Idealistic.
Big up yourself, Al. Thanks for calling in and sharing those insights. Big up yourself to all the persons that call in. Remember, you the viewers and the persons that call in, the persons that drop insightful commentary in the comment section, moderators, you make the live what it is. And I appreciate all of you being a part of this presentation. Flash calling back for y'all. Yeah, I think Flash taking it easy. Greetings, Mr. Flash Garden. You're back. I'm pretty sure you got something to say about what's being said.
Forbid me not to represent myself because I am not racial.
Oh, no, no, no.
The man always said me divide Guyana. Before Flash Garden, born 1960, Guyana was divided. Before I born, don't forget that I used the word and said, own the land and you go own the country. I remove that word country. You go own black people. If you have to kill them, kill them. If you have to punish them, punish them. You represent myself. I don't come here to talk nonsense. I come here to talk and encourage my black brother and sister. That you got to remove and fight for freedom. It will not come easy. I'm not no racist person. My father is a holy black Douglas. So when we say we come from Holy God, I don't believe me. My father is Douglas. My grandmother is Douglas. Somebody said something a couple weeks by the program. What that guy talking like that like you could him. So let a black man know. Me born and grew up in Holy in the wood. Me got Holy friends. Me got brother. Let me make that same black man know. We don't divide it. I don't divide it. Me never encourage nobody to go and kill two holy boys and mark X on the face. Me never go for kill no holy picnic going on from school in bus. Me never commit them crime that in history towards East Kenyans. If East Kenyan and doing this wrong thing to black people. Why can't God speak out? And then I mama said, "No, I divide Guyana." You know what Mohamed did? Mohamed stopped black pensioners, parents who supposed to get good IMF so they could live a good life. To get them $100,000. Mohamed stopped all of that. So why the hell me can't speak about Mohamed and you want to say that God is divided? Judge kind of sit in parliament low life. What is that, my brother? I don't want black people to go back and make the same mistake again. What the previous government make? That is what that will remind them. And remove that nonsense with God graduation. My father Douglas, Korean black, with nonsense talk. I'm not disrespecting your program. I respect your program because program takes money to build and to maintain. But it's time to call black people got to represent themselves and stand up what is right. Look what happened in the school. You don't believe the government don't know that schoolroom don't have chair and desk for black people to sit down. Them down well no. But them thing is a punch black man. Why that guy speak out? And you always come and say flat garden, or the big man who is and the people Guyana. What is that nonsense in the high country? Where in history, the principal going to send in black people children in classroom. What is that? That is love. That is one Guyana. Thank you very much for listening, man.
Big up yourself, Mr. Flash Garden. That's the views of the elder right there. What are your views, Delta 9 travelers? Call it in or definitely drop it into the comment section. A lot of travelers in the chat. Big up to the moderator, Eva, saying good night to Let's Talk the Things. We're seeing a number of other headlines coming in. Willana, thanks for being a part of the live. Big up yourself, Willana. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Yes, greetings. You know, with all the things that Mohamed was accused of, right? There's one thing we know. He's not a bandit who won't pick up nobody or rob nobody, right? Why would you disarm this man? Why you don't go look for them bandits who got the guns to pick up people and do illegal stuff? Why you disarm this man? You have any plans for somebody to go kill him or do him something and he don't have nothing to represent himself? What is the plan now? I don't understand, you know, but Mohamed would be stupid to give up all his weapons. He would be stupid. Because he has to have something to represent himself. And he's the opposition. Why he can't have his firearm, his personal thing? I understand they take the others because he don't have the license. Right?
Yeah.
But why would you take him a personal weapon?
It's crazy.
They really going on crazy.
And persons gotta look into that, you know, because yeah, a person is sanctioned internationally, right? But this person is still holding high office within a different nation. So then certain privilege should be his to have, you know, just for his own safety, because he's a politician. The persons might not like everything he said. People might want to do his thing. You understand?
Exactly.
After all, you know, it's crazy when you think about it. But that's the situation on the ground in Guyana. And it's time that persons realize that things got to be done in a professional manner and in a real way when it comes down to these type of things. Because everybody, if something is to happen today or tomorrow with Mohamed after this go down, it's going to cause a lot of problems in the country that's going to affect everybody in the country. It's crazy.
But why would you want to do that? That's the thing. I don't understand. Why would you want to do that? This man never robbed nobody. Never wouldn't go robbing anybody either. why would you want to take his firearm?
That's the question right there. Days after the renewal was done of the license, because the 27 days were 4, like almost 10 days.
Yeah, I won't get them. Because you have to protect yourself.
Listen, you know this thing called politeness, where you see the police come and asking you some polite questions like, so you're gonna pass over the firearms and sign the document? You know what was coming after that? Why I think the whole van the police come? It was gonna lock them up if they didn't pass them over, because at that point they would have deemed it to be illegal. So now they would have a reason to come in and tumble up your whole place and all kind of thing. You know?
Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they get it back, but they probably want Mohamed to spend more money again to get a lawyer and to fight to get back the firearm and all.
They didn't get in the back just like that. They didn't get in the back just like that. And Daniel Defense is bread. Because I listening to some of the brands that he was talking about, that Daniel Defense is one of the more expensive brands when it comes down to firearms. So they didn't get in the back just like that.
Wow, it's terrible, so terrible. I never hear anything like that before. No way, in no other country. Why these people in that game? Anyway.
Yeah. Thanks for calling in and dropping those insights with us. I'm telling you, persons from GT, people from all over are calling in, dropping their views about what's going on with these headlines. What are your views, Delta 9 travelers? Drop it into the comment section or definitely call it in and share it with us right here. John is saying wickedness. Telling you. Nav Joe, thanks for tuning in, buddy. Thanks for being a part of the live. One of our loyal supporters right here, the opposition leader. Greetings, Uncle Eiffel. Thanks for being a part of the live.
Good night, Delta. What's up?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm trying, but I'm worried. Now, I was looking at that thing with the TV after got shot, right?
Yeah.
Now, why is it that all the time when anybody got to go to the front, is the black house slave? Okay? I ain't seen no Indian president or patrolling the border. Black house slave. I was looking at this Mohamed thing again today. I was looking to see if I could have seen the so cool or what name head or these type of things. I only seen black house slave. Now, what happened to these black people in this country? Are they condemned or they give up hope to say, look, we are accepting the house slave? We don't know about the emancipation. This nonsense must stop anytime they get the nasty thing to do. They're setting a black person. Why that you didn't put an Indian person as the Home Affairs Minister? This is a characteristic story. Putting black people in front, using black people as they put map. This thing getting me sick of these people behaving. And now we have 2 criminals in Guyana, the 2 biggest criminals in Guyana. Anil and Bharat. Is the 2 biggest criminals Guyana ever produced.
I'm telling you.
Now they're going to name the bridge. They named the Demerara Bridge after one of the most notorious serial killers. We all the people who were killing. I just can't understand what's going on there with these black people.
Yeah.
It's a sickening story with these people. These two people are still alive. I think it's the end of the black race in Guyana. I'm very sorry to say so, but these 2 people, Anil and Bharat, is the worst dogs I ever seen in my life. All right, have a nice day. Who wants to come for me can come.
Big up yourself, Uncle Ifield. Thanks for calling in. I'm telling you, that's the elder, Uncle Ifield. Respect every time to all the elders, to the Elder Flash Garden, and all the uncles that call in. Much respect to you. And thanks for calling in and sharing your insights. Those are your views, and persons can analyze it and definitely give their point on what's being said on the live and what's going on with the headline. Florence is saying God is with him and his family. I'm telling you. I just hope no foolishness don't go down for persons gotta get hurt and all kind of thing gotta go on in the country. We done got enough going on right now. We done got enough going on right now. Big up yourself, Wayne. Thanks for tuning into the live. Now, Joe was saying the opposition leader is supposed to be provided police protection everywhere he goes, right? But it ain't looking like that to me now, Joe. It look like if these police got something that, or somebody is giving them this perspective that they shouldn't be protecting the opposition leaders. A man just call the police upon the opposition leader while the opposition leader in a public hospital highlighting some of what's going on. What do you see that is about wait? They supposed to be police guarding the opposition leader, making sure the opposition leader is safe. What's going on, B? What's going on with B as a nation? It's just a setter, I know for say, Big up yourself, Welana. Thanks for being a part of the live. Jose, what's going on? Good night. Thanks for tuning in. Everett is saying, hail, bro. Good evening. Hail up. Thanks for tuning in. Ruben, big up yourself. Thanks for being a part of the live. Rasta Empress is saying they all are acting like children. Oh boy. Big up yourself, Moses. Thanks for tuning in and being a part of the live. Orin is saying Delta, the opposition have to bring out his supporters and shut down the country to stop this nonsense. And that's the problem right there, because when the people them come out on the road now and the protesting and all of this is gonna start, guess what? The regular people in the street is gonna feel the squeeze and feel the squeeze the most. And that's the problem. That's the problem right there. Unnecessary frustration upon the populace. When these systems should be running and running correctly, how are you going to renew a person's stuff on the 27th and then give them a show cause on the 5th or the next month? It's very crazy. For offense that you're claiming that is making you got to give them a show cause. But this offense was going on from way before. So I know. You know?
To collect guns. Right? Protected them from 2015.
So I just don't understand. Remember this. I'm a man of God, right? And guns doesn't really matter. Right? I open my gate 4 o'clock in the morning. I go to the mosque every single morning for the past 40-something years. And I put my trust in Allah, right? Allah is the one who...
Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 July.
Because if guns could protect people...
Yes. This is it for tonight. I'll wait for tomorrow night to call back again. But let me, a brother said that the opposition leader supposed to take his supporters them outside and shut the country down. Let me remind your supporters, Mohamed would never do that. Mohamed is part of a businessman. Mohamed is business people. Mohamed is collect a monthly rent from a lot of East Indian people in the businessman who he let money for open business. So he will not stop that.
Okay.
Mohammed is all about protect himself from going to America to take care of his own business. Mohammed said for something, and let me remind that brother, in the line of politics and politics, not all it has gotten. When John Joe said ERC for put out one paper there, for party signing, for what's left garden, for peace of conduct after the election, nobody cannot do nothing. Must accept the result and go on free. Who signed for that? You could run the video back and look at the video. Who signed for that? John Joe typically signed for that. Rangatang, he signed for that. Mohammed, when he signed for that, he just conduct. That's what Mohammed never can. He's supposed to do outside to do nothing because they was jail him more fast. Because he signed for that. No problem. You see, people don't understand politics and politics in Guyana. Javio never ruled Guyana as a politician. He ruled Guyana with politics and iron fist. And we have to get it in our skull.
Yeah.
We have to demonstrate today what little David did. We have to demonstrate what Samson did. And most of all, we have to demonstrate to stop the abuse and slavery. What are the countries today doing?
Yeah.
To get peace in the country. Thank you very much and have a good evening and get home safe.
Big up yourself, Flash. Thanks for calling in. That's the elder, Mr. Flash Garden, calling in with some insights. You know, there's a lot that's been going through my brain as I'm doing these lives and stuff like that. I don't want to take a moment. I just want to take a moment to just thank my mom. You know, to thank my mother. I know if you're watching, but if you're watching, I want to say thank you for speaking to me as much as you used to when I was a young child. You know, when I was a baby, a young, and your mothers be always having different conversations with you. I never knew that from you having conversations with children when they're younger, it helps to boost their IQ. It help them to develop faster. And my mother used to talk to me a lot. You know, she would have different conversations with me. I never knew that that would help me to boost my IQ. You see, things you learn as you become a grown person, you look back and say, well, yes, my parents really took time with me and they really did a great job in parenting. Thank you, Mom. I hope you're listening, giving you your flowers while you could still smell them. Love you all the time. You know, as we analyze some more of these headlines that's coming in right here on Delta 9 Media.
John F. Kennedy would not have been assassinated. With all the security and everything in the American system. Just the other day, Ayatollah Khamenei would not have been killed if guns could have protected. Loss and the edge of security and everything in there. It will happen.
Mr. Mohammed, when you
Well, I telling you, let me hope that it ain't got to come down to a bloodshed kind of thing with this situation. Ian, thanks for being a part of the life. Ian is saying this, Delta, I am not a win supporter, but that party have enough supporters to shut down this country. Aye, aye, aye. Ishmael is saying, well, you get what you elected. I telling you, sometimes the things that you support just come back to cause your problems, right? Big up yourself, Ishmael. Thanks for dropping those insights into the comment section. Joel. Big up yourself, Joel. Thanks for being a part of the flight. Marcia, thanks for tuning in as well. Marcia is saying good night to every person that's watching Delta 9. Big up to everybody that's in the live right now. If you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, thumbs up the live now. It don't cost you nothing, you know. That's the free way to support independent media. That's the free, easy way to support Delta 9 Media. It costs you nothing. Just hit that thumbs up button. And if you would like to subscribe and be a part of what we got going on right now, one of the largest platforms bringing you this kind of content. If you would like to join the team, then definitely hit the subscription button and become a part of the team right here on Delta 9 Media. We are definitely almost 32,000 strong. Thanks to every single supporter, every subscriber. You are the ones that made Delta 9 Media one of the largest platforms presented in this neutral manner that's doing content like this. Thanks to all of you out there in the digital world. Thanks for being a part of the life.
A natural way to stay ready, baby. 'Cause I'm ready for you, Mr. C.
The ultimate male supplement, Men's Total Wellness Formula, packed with essential nutrients for men's health.
She'll call you Mr. C.
Unleash the best version of yourself with every goddess. Say goodbye to limitations and say hello to a better, stronger, healthier you.
Healthy, wealthy, always. 8 Butterfly, right? Support those who support independent media. 8butterfly.com.
8 Butterfly Black Seed, loaded with antioxidants and essential nutrients for your body's needs. Breathe better, feel better, live healthier. All the benefits of black seed oil without the taste. 8 Butterfly Black Seed Capsule.
I'm telling you. Who is in the chat with us right now? We got so many travelers live with us. Eva saying share the live and thumbs up every single time. Yeah, man. Show your support. You are the ones that's gonna make or break the platform, the viewers, because trust me, they got a lot of persons that has come through and flag the content. I don't know why. I don't try to be on nobody's side. I is not no one-sided person when I'm presenting. I present the stories in a neutral manner. I don't know what's going on with some people, but to each his own. I guess they got their own reason why they do that. As we get into some more headlines coming in from the ground.
When your security company weapons were seized, did you request your personal firearms?
Never. I offer it to them. I offer it to them. And they says no, the instruction is. And then we go back to Jagdev press conference around the same time. Jagdev himself says there was no need for the police to seize the personal because the security firearm has to do with the business and there is no, they're not in the financial business anymore.
So you see how the story getting exposed now and it's sounding even more rigmarole. But listen, we're going to make sure that we bring you all the updates right here on Delta 9 Media that come in as these stories develop. Because let me not forget that the Mohammed's got an extensive legal team and there might be a lot of litigations because of this, or there might not be. Let me see what's going to come out of this as we jump into this headline right here that really upset me when I see it. This upset me when I see it. You know why? As a youth, when I done write CXC, I saw, alright, good. I got my 5 subject them. I can go and learn Portuguese, Spanish, and French, right? And when I go into the army with these 3 languages and these subjects, so straight in cadet course, couple of years, captain, blah, 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 blah. I don't analyze it, before I even come foreign. So when I see what military got to go through, it has moved me because I look and say, boy, that could have been me dealing with these situations right here. So big up to all the servicemen and women, all the persons that are a part of the armed forces that go out every day and risk their life and limb to serve their country and to keep me and you safe. I'm talking about persons in the US, I'm talking about persons in Guyana, I'm talking about persons all over the world that might be watching right now. It's a real selfless act, to be a part of the armed forces. Big up to all of you and thank you for your service. Let's jump into this. What we're looking at is scenes from the situation that went down at the border, Delta 9 travelers. This will be taking a peep at right here. This footage was put up and then it was taken down. So happen we get a chance to get it so we could highlight what going on right here. Y'all hear them wrongs that was beaten there? That's real wrongs that man beat, That's real wrongs that was beaten right there. There's not no one and two shots. Y'all in here and rapid. Listen, if all of this is going on at the borders in Guyana, why are we still, right, allowing things like this so? If all of this going on at the borders right now, we got conflict with a nation that militarized themselves so much that they got a militia and most of the persons them are trained professionals in the armed forces by the time they's 25, 30. Why we still allowing all of this to go down in the country? Listen to this.
I'm so proud. For me, it's an honor to be in front of you. I would like to give a thanks to Guyana to open the doors for all Venezuelan immigrants, that we have now a big dictator, criminal, corruption in my country. His name is Maduro. So we are almost 100,000 Venezuelans in the beautiful, beautiful Guyana. 100,000. 100,000. I'm the pastor of Spanish Church here in Hostelli. I'm working with them. So I'm so grateful, Mr. Honor President.
We will work with you guys so that we can create better conditions for people to live also. All right?
Yeah. Thank you, Guyana. Thank you, President. God bless you.
Well, 100,000 in the country, right? This is what's going on the borders right now. Listen to the wrongs. And guess what? One person was hurt. We see that persons went over to the hospital. The Prime Minister and other high-ranking officers went over to the hospital, to definitely stand in solidarity with the injured soldier. Let's hope that you best take care of our brother, right? Make sure that he get all the necessary treatment that he would need, plus compensate him, make sure he get a house, make sure he gets some type of benefits for risking his life and for being shot while in the line of duty. I telling you, we analyze what's going on here. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Major Live.
Yeah, my brother. You know these soldiers that go in this area, and
Yeah.
it's very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
All the trillions of dollars we spending. How much $1 billion they collect in money for their defense? What happened to bulletproof boats? Eh? Why these soldiers can't get 3-4 bulletproof boats to go on these journeys? Eh? To go in like 40 or 50 of them at one time to go in these areas.
I think at this point,
these people all the time, bro.
I think at this point we should got drones and all of them things patrolling we borders, man.
Yeah, but let's talk about the drones, bro. Up until we border defense minister with a stroke the other day.
Border boss, I tell you, the border boss make my hand fall.
Defense minister. We got border defense minister, you know, bro.
Yeah. Border boss, I remember recently they was, showcasing and highlighting the fact, I think the person that comes from the APNU, right? Or I could stand corrected.
Yeah.
Mm.
You still carry border. You could take one gunshot there. You could use them people. But you were there in the line of fire.
Yeah.
You put you there.
Bro, them rounds sound wicked and rapid, you tell me?
All the police, the soldier, everything, got to listen to what it says.
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing nothing properly, bro. Because the first thing you're supposed to get is 3-4 bulletproof boat body.
Mm.
And you check both. Now them struggling to see was leaking and them things, bro. Copper metal go to shooting the bullet bouncing off of them things. Just, I can't understand them, brother. And all these big trillions of dollars spending, bro. Huh? And we defense and we also for security the border.
Yeah.
And we could secure border with them stupid boats down. Bro? Look at them boats where Iran get. You see we're going to destroy them boats? Missiles. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Look at speed them borders move, buddy. The missile that blow up them borders. Huh? None of us now stupid bullet and shooting at them. They're listening, my brother.
Yeah, big up yourself. Thanks for calling me and for dropping those insights. What I want to know is if it's a retaliation because of what was going on in the ICJ. Because, listen, the conversation in the ICJ opened me eyes to a lot that is going on with this border issue. You know. It opened my eye to a lot that is going on with this border issue. Let me analyze some of what was said in the ICJ because I thinking some of what was said in the ICJ might be the reason that some of this retaliation might be taking place. Because when you listen to what was said from in the ICJ and was presented by all of these legal minds, you yourself gotta sit back and say, this is what Venezuela is really trying to play. Like this just there for a full bullying game. Because if all of these things are founded in the truth, as it must be, because it's being presented in the court, right? So let me listen to some of these details.
Indeed, less than 48 hours before the start of this hearing, the Venezuelan government issued a press release, which you will find behind tab 9.1 of your judges folder. That press release states, as you see on the screen, faithful to its historical position and the popular mandate expressed in the consultative referendum of December 3, 2023, Venezuela ratifies that it does not recognize the jurisdiction of the court in the territorial dispute over Guiana Essequiba.
The man don't respect no judgment coming from the court. They're just flaming. They man respect military might. They man respect large militia. They man respect the fact that they could get 100,000 people in the country, and at any time they could pull a string and play any card. The man don't respect the jurisdiction of the court. The very court where the case is being tried in right now, Delta 9 travelers. Listen, we can get into some more. Carlisle, shalom, shalom. Thanks for being a part of the live. Peace to you and yours every time, bro. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for moderating the live as well. One of our insightful moderators right there, Mr. Carlisle. Nariana is saying Delta like the GDF ain't no to return fire or what? It sound like if it was an exchange, you know. It sound like an exchange of fire. But it's still a situation that we troops got to be a part of, because you think about it, they're going against a much larger, much more armed group of people coming in from the borders, and then who knows if it's actually military. It could be persons doing all kind of illegal activities and all kind of thing on that area there, you know. There's so much insight into the, and we're gonna make sure we bring all the updates on that as well right here on Delta 9 Media, because there's definitely gonna be a lot of updates coming in on that. Rasta Empress is saying this: these politicians got game, just wasting time and money. Ay. Big up yourself, one of our insightful moderators right there, dropping those insights with us. It's like the PPP government is planning to assassinate the opposition leader. Let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope that is not the case. He have no police protection, and now he has no firearm, and now normal people calling police are on the opposition. Now normal people are calling police on the opposition leader. Yeah, that's why he's saying to himself, oh, you how the car really go? You know, the opposition leader don't be some bluffing me or trying for the opposition leader. You could call the police on the opposition leader. And he there at the hospital on camera in clear view of everything. That, you know, it's kind of weird when we think about it. This person that dropped the comment doesn't have a username, so big up yourself nonetheless. Thanks for dropping insights in the comment section. Thanks for tuning in. Let me hear some more what went down in the court. This is important.
Nor the decision it may adopt on this matter. Therefore, its attendance at these oral hearings does not imply in any way its consent or recognition of said jurisdiction. Now, regrettably, as well as repudiating the court's jurisdiction and declaring publicly that it will not accept the court's final judgment, Venezuela has also overtly and repeatedly rejected and violated the court's provisional measures orders. The court has made 2 such orders in these proceedings, following requests by Guyana, which were prompted by Venezuela's explicit threats to Guyana's sovereignty and its territorial integrity. Venezuela has willfully and flagrantly breached both orders. In October 2023, Venezuela announced plans to conduct the national referendum to which I've just referred. In addition to the question inviting support for Venezuela's repudiation of the court's jurisdiction, the proposed referendum also included a question concerning Venezuela's plans for, quote, the creation of the Guiana Essequiba state and the development of an accelerated and comprehensive plan for the present and future population of that territory, including, inter alia, the granting of Venezuelan citizenship and identity cards, consequently incorporating that state into the map of Venezuelan territory.
Yeah, the man done put me on their own map, wearing it on a brooch and all kind of thing. Guess what? They didn't get a chance to speak in court yet until the next hearing, but they had a chance to speak with the media about what went down in the court, and this is some of what they had to say.
Foreign Minister Ivan Hill. Let's listen. The political team of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, coordinated and instructed by the acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, we made presence here in this first day, bringing in the first place the truth of Venezuela that has been ratified and instructed by the Venezuelan people. If we recall the referendum of December 3rd in 2023 with a clear mandate, Venezuela throughout history has stated that it does not recognize the jurisdiction of the International Court of Justice for the case of the territorial controversy with the Cooperative Republic of Guyana in regards with Guiana Essequiba, a territory that is Venezuelan, that historically belongs to us, that the titles said so, but we have come here fulfilling the commitment to come and express the historic truth, the legitimate truth of our liberators that gave us that territory in which we are defending, and we are going to continue to defend in all spaces, but mainly through direct negotiation, the way it was signed, the way it was agreed to in the Geneva Agreement of 1966 by the then colonial power, Great Britain, the birthing Republic of Guyana, and the government of Venezuela. The 1966 Geneva Agreement is the only legitimate framework to arrive to a satisfying consensus negotiated solution for both sides. And we have seen that, and we have come here. We can say
them are serious about this thing, you know. We got to take it just as serious. We have to take it just as serious as they are taking it. Them are intent to take the biggest part of the country, right? The wealthiest part of the country, part with all the resources, and connect it to the watch. All of them got the brooch on there. Them all say, oh, yeah, I feel Del Cielo could wear brooch. We could wear brooch too, right? What are the views of all of those that are on the soil right now in Guyana? What are the views of those that are in Guyana right now? Right? Maduro and that no more. It's about time we ease the amount of persons from this particular nation that is in Guyana. That's just my views. I analyze what went down in the US and the remedy that had to take to make sure that certain things were ratified in a particular manner so that the persons in the country could be safe. Because things was going left. It was going left, and any person that was on the ground analyzing what was going on with the immigrant situation could realize that that was the case. Now you could see blatantly the man look like if they went into the courthouse with the brooch on their chest showcasing something that was a clear violation in accordance to what the court would have already directed them to do. They're not supposed to be going around with a brooch on there in accordance with what was directed by the same court that they're in. And they're telling you blatantly, listen, we don't acknowledge the jurisdiction of this court to determine nothing. So the ruling that's going to come from this court, if it's in the favor of Guyana, they can blatantly say, hey, we ain't got time with that gunshot, or we ain't got time with that invasion, right? It's crazy. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Yeah, my brother, I want you to see that all of them wearing brooch. Only thing them on is still.
All of them get broached with the wicked approach. We ain't gotta crush them like roach.
But it's a serious issue,
It's
my brother,
very
you know?
serious.
And why we still are planning for oh, we are channeling diplomatic this and diplomatic
No, the
that
time for this done.
when them people are not being diplomatic.
The time for that is done. The time for them is listen, the time and place for everything, you know. And we as Guyanese got to wake up, buddy. It's the time and the place.
Van Rothschild still over there. Why is still over there? You know? You gotta show these people are serious, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine in Parliament, my brother, they send 55,000 Venezuelans there in Guyana. And the man will lead the Venezuelan delegation. So, Mr. President, we thank you. It's over 100,000.
Yeah, I just played the video. I literally just played the video. Yeah. 100,000.
Just imagine that. Huh?
By now it's probably a quarter, yeah.
It's over 40,000 to 55,000 Venezuelans. Huh? And we can't know who is who. We got 3 bombings. And it's going to be a major bombing from all here. So yes, we can say, oh yes, we can do something. Look at them people running people's cutlass.
Yeah.
You can't talk to them because you don't know what they're telling you.
Yeah.
They're telling you about your mother and how you don't even know.
Hey, telling you, buddy. This will be
going to store to buy something. You're asking, tell me this item there. Then I understand one laugh for you saying. You know what I'm saying, bro? Let me understand nothing you saying.
It's crazy.
But the thing is, there is good ones and there's sleeper cells. And there's no guy and I don't realize.
Hear what I'm saying right now. We want to figure out who's good and who's sleeper cell. We can figure out that in a couple of years when this situation is solved and there's no longer a heated tension between the nations. For now, please and thank you. Venezuela is your place. Be there. Don't come over here and then next thing you know, if something kick off, it's big problem for regular people in the street because you got an active militia that just is a sleeper cell for right now. It's crazy.
Tell to my brother, them people realize that the people is home, so we're telling them, you want the people start a revolution, we're telling them that people go to school with that. That's what they embedded into them.
So wait, what you want to understand? Is Sowie Nation the end? Is Sowie Nation the end with people bullying? Yeah, I can take that.
Yeah,
you're mad
people going to school, bro.
You're mad out.
And people are 7-star, you know, bro. Now it's 8-star again. You know
They
what
could
is
get
8-star?
they could get 25-star and all. We don't care what star they get.
Going to school with that, bro. That's been starting school. Some people just coming home.
Okay.
You understand?
They're going home for
when
real.
you send them, people say, oh, you're sending me out to your own country. Revolution. We playing game, you know, and that. We don't carry stuff, my brother, because I'm protest. And then people protesting, they share Scotland, this, wherever them people get. They got said, bro. They don't ignore them people, ignorant and stupid. So we gotta watch ourselves, bro, because I know who more for
Listen, big up yourself, Dion. Thanks for calling in. We better wake up as a nation, you know. We better wake up as a nation and treat one another better and realize we got to get a unified front against this, because them man already saying we just come in for talking the conversation, but we don't acknowledge the jurisdiction of this court. So what if the ruling is to say this is Guyana's territory, Venezuela, leave these people alone, go about your business, or it's going to be problem? What's next for we? It's about time that we realize that with great wealth does come great responsibility. With great wealth does come the opportunity to have a large defense. You have to defend what is yours. If you can't defend what you own, it's not yours. If you cannot defend what you have, it is not yours. Anybody could take it at any time. It is very important that we put certain policies in place as a people body. Y'all see what's going on. Look at there's just some of them, you know. There is millions of persons holding this perspective, and we got these people running rampant in the country. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Major Life.
Right. Listen. This was just remember calling and talk about these people.
Yeah.
We have bigger things. We are sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah. I'm not talking about they went by Budum Bar and Spanish this and that. No, it is time that we wake up as a nation and have some type of. Well, one would be we can't be patriotic. One would be we don't love we country too. We can just let anybody come and do anything and grab it out we and just like. After we four parents done clear down the road. I'm mad at woman.
They're living on the lift of stores.
I'm mad at woman.
What if we guy now with other country or what guy now, that's what the performance going on. The big jump up party, the big this, the big that. And then the next morning they're crying about all the government suffering them. The government won't suffer you. Because the same government they throw in the park, the other people throw in the park, they don't pay $10,000. They see they come out say y'all gambling, they just like easy money. You see? And these things these people are telling you. You see, that's what I just said. These people are setting up their own wealth, their own area, which is going to be secure if anything to happen. And these people decide to tell you after 10 years they get citizens as born as nationality Guyanese and they become Venezuelan Guyanese because
that's when it's going to get more dangerous too. That's when the real problems will start already.
You in America, right? What did you say? They say Guyanese American or American Guyanese?
I don't know. I never.
Call your kids that? They say Guyanese Americans. That's
Yeah.
what they would call it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because their parents, they don't put them as American, you know. Why? Because the nationality where the parents come from is Guyana,
Yeah,
Jamaica, Barbados.
Yeah, yeah. They said
So they
naturalized
apply the
citizen.
parents' nationality first to you, so that's the same thing in Guyana.
Yes.
Venezuelans, Guyanese, it will never be as Guyanese, Venezuela unless you go to Venezuela.
Yes, yes. Buddy,
You
I just
understand?
wondering.
If you don't understand it, if these Guyanese don't understand how this thing works, because when you grow up in your parents' nationality, you are taught your parents' nationality first.
Yeah.
As a little child.
Yeah.
So when you're in Guyana, where you from, Venezuela, the first thing I'm going to do is teach your kids Spanish. I'm out.
Big up yourself. Listen, there's nothing wrong with with learning the language and learning the culture and everything, you know. It's of importance because these persons is on the borders, right? Because even as a youth, I just highlight to you, I went and I studied Spanish. I went and I studied Portuguese. I went and I studied French because I was going to go into the military so that I could be a part of what's going on in the country. You understand? Because I was raised in that kind of mindset. But at the same time, when you look at what's going on right now in the country, buddy, do we really realize the implications of things like this? Listen to the conversation coming from these legal leaders of Venezuela, a country who got way more oil than we, way more persons than we, way more military than we, and what we doing? What we going on with? Are we seriously moving forward with a patriotic, unified front to this situation, or are we still divided on race and a set of foolish things that's not going to matter when the invasion starts, if the invasion ever be allowed to start?
That it has been proven that there's not another solution that direct negotiation. We have seen false arguments, manipulation of information, of the proof that exists that the territory of Guayana Esequiba is Venezuela, and trying to mold, trying to find with technicalities to think that through the International Court of Justice, that which we do not recognize to deal with this issue, resolve a political issue, an issue of controversy between two countries. The only way, I repeat again, is the direct negotiation to which sooner or later Guyana will be forced to sit on the table to negotiate with us. We will continue, of course, here deploy this team, this political team in The Hague and wherever it needs to be to work, to defend, and to uphold the rights of the Bolivarian homeland.
The man said Guyana will be forced to negotiate our territory with them. What y'all think about that? That is very troubling conversation for me. I don't know about you as a Guyanese. I don't know about you and how you feel about this. Drop it into the comment section and call it in. It's definitely a headline that we will be bringing you all the updates about. Because listen, this is more than close to home. This is about home. This is about home, and we got to take it seriously. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
Yeah, greetings. I think the worst mistake was to let all them people in.
I tell you.
And it is a list that they came in and they got to vote, they got ID. So it's a part of Guyana. And they're already there. So they're already there. It's not like you guarding the border for them don't come in. They're already there.
Yeah.
And if he's saying thanks to 100,000, maybe it's 200,000. Who knows?
By now?
Yeah, sometimes it's 200,000.
Yeah.
So I think they're already there. They already take over.
It's crazy.
And so if Bornum was alive and Jagan, they would have never happened. They didn't let them in. Now after we know that they're the enemy.
Yeah,
right?
the
and
enemy.
they wanted space. Why would you let them in?
No.
Why didn't go to Trinidad?
Why they don't go to Barbados, Motley, them and just become friends?
Exactly.
Barbados is not gonna allow them in like that. For coming and sleeping on the pave and them thing and causing problems when people trying to apply their business and them thing. Sleeping in broke down shed and all kind of thing. What kind of people we letting into the country, man? We ain't get no immigration law and them thing. We don't stipulate who's coming in. You gotta come with show money. You don't have to have a sponsor and all of these things to come in the country. Just so you could come and show down yourself black. I come for living. What wrong with we? We ain't got no value for what we own.
Well, they had purpose because they had to make votes, right? That's what it was alleged. So
make votes.
Now let's see how it's to do. And before they worry about Mohamed, that is something they should be addressing.
This is something that every Guyanese should be worried about.
Yeah, and try to make us have a proper military.
Raise them pay and make it interesting so that more persons would have to be a part of the military. Make it compulsory to be a part of the armed forces. We need it. It is needed. It is needed right now.
Yeah, but you know what too? A lot of the way how they behave in like controlling the military people and the police people not gonna want to join because you know you want to be like you can't do your job. You just have to go with what these people say.
Yeah.
And they're saying wrong things.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult. So let's see what's gonna happen.
Definitely. Thanks for calling in with those insights.
You're welcome.
See, a lot of frequent travelers calling in and giving their views about what's going on right here. This situation is very troubling. You hear what the person saying? They're going to be forced to the table to negotiate with us. Could you believe? I'm telling you. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Major Life.
Yeah, my brother. Look how we as Guyanese are service members of the force, whichever discipline you're servicing and giving your service for your life to, whatever. And we still renting, we still living by friends, we still paying 80,000, 100,000 rent. And remember, mind you, we're the serving member of the armed forces, whichever one you classify it as. And the president and everybody else been in mansions, and we protecting them, bro.
Bro, I tell you something. If things don't change and change quick, they got outside forces that is watching and peeping we card, and they're gonna know. Once you military and satisfy them and your soldiers them hungry, it's problems for your country because you're gonna have a weak defense.
This is smartness I had a year just so we turn 60, bro. And this is done, bro. How long more we gonna carry on this, bro?
This is what I want to know.
Leadership position is still there, bro.
It's sad.
Them and seeing them and hearing the cry people that on them. 58% of people living in poverty, sort of something, object poverty, and you still saying Guyana is nice, bro?
It's crazy. Crazy when you mention them numbers, that's crazy because when these people going on all these international panel and the talking and the talking and the talking, they're forgetting that part there, They're forgetting that part. How much poverty there in the country, nothing and selling a dream to people.
Look at the sweetness of it now. They're giving 100,000. And the finance minister could come out and say, we are so glad that 200 and something thousand people get their money already. Out of 700 and something thousand. What craziness is that, bro?
Just disrespect. This is what I want to know. Disrespectful to everybody. Disrespectful, but you know something? The world is a cycle. And when it come back, and they get a chance to realize that they are going to be at the center.
Look at the mansion and the building. Look at everybody in PPP government. Look at all the mansion they're building, bro.
Telling you.
Just so we can turn 60, bro. You ain't getting water, you ain't getting electricity, you ain't getting land. Now the food we're planting right in Ghana, the bread basket of the Caribbean, and we started the same thing we other countries need. We starting to it. We got paying $1,000 for power and this and you know this is ridiculous, bro.
Unnecessary.
Huh?
Unnecessary.
The government look now tell stuff. The government said that they're giving $3 billion to the rice farmer. Now who own all the rice farming in Guyana? Who own all the rice farming in Guyana? Which set of group own all the rice farming in Guyana, bro? Huh?
Mostly the Indo brothers that
when they get this $3 billion subsidy, is rice gonna be $40 a pint?
The better question is, are they gonna ban the import of rice so that persons could really make money when they do give this concession? And are they gonna control the price given that it's taxpayers' money? Give them all it up.
Price control, bro.
They gotta do something about it, because taxpayers can't pay you for you do all that you got to do, and then you coming back and exploiting the same people them that invest in you for you go and do your rice and give you that 3 point something that you collect. Something wrong with that conversation.
They're helping the farmers.
But
$4 million helping the farmers buy fertilizer, give the farmers this and that. A piece of pumpkin, brother, is $600, $700. What piece of whole pumpkin used to be $5, bro?
It's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy.
So how come the government helping these people and these people putting out more money on the consumers? What help is you really doing?
You're paying twice, because you're paying in tax and you're paying when you go to the market again. Because it's the resources and the taxes from the country could allow the government to give them type of brace and look out for them in that way. If you think about it and you look at it in a real way, Yeah.
You see how this government is don't even care about the citizens? No. 60 was torn just now. And we crying out for 60 to now about light water. You as a government, ease the people give them a free 3-month thing in concession salary. You go free up. Yeah, this is the price. Ease this thing. Give you have a 3-month grace period. You don't pay no bill in 3 months. See if you have to get back yourself. You know? And then you can take it home from there. Instead of paying them to shit, billions of dollars, and we still get them blackout. What sense they doing? And then putting on the cars on the consumers there.
I'm telling you about it.
You see what's going on, bro?
It's crazy.
Huh? And you use a caring government. And when the water coming to the top is Marby. And you're the caring government.
Putting people first, that's their conversation. That's how they probably putting people first. That's how it appears.
Oh yeah, one thing that before I go, they charge this Chinese company $30 million for damaging the power line. And when GPS damage, you fridge and you think them file, you can't get no money from GPL. As a small man.
That's been a long-standing situation. You could go waste your time. You could go waste your time and make a report and tell them and all them things, because the damage thing for we already and we report it and thing. You have nothing to get. Nothing
Blackout
to
you think, damage you think, and you go to this part, you go to that part, you have nothing to get. But look how quick the thing the people them, if you don't pay the $1 million, we will do more damages to you. We will send your lives letter, you go to court and answer. Oh, we can to court for answer when they damage thing them, bro. Yeah?
Crazy, bro.
And these people just relaxing and just sit down. Look in the Ireland country, England. You just got raised 1 penny and the whole country of them. They stop everybody on the street, bro. Huh?
Yeah.
And we got government just joking with we are moderation. Now it's 60 years we the story. And we going moderation. We going stink and dirty. We going here, we going there. We going all the artists them just coming out and crying out 3 months.
Yeah.
And we just enjoying it.
Like if that make
And
any
we going
sense,
and
right?
enjoying it.
And right now, that's not the tone that the country should be taking. We should be taking a very serious, focused, patriotic front of what's going on with our nation. It's not time for play around and party and all them things. Yeah, we got in money. Yeah, we wealthy. But we got to put things in place to make sure that that wealth don't get taken away. You hear them man planning? Them man say you will be forced to the table to negotiate.
You hear these guys, you know people when they had the speech before they got to the thing. You hear what I said? We have a fashion government, a president, he's a fashionist. Everything is dancing and singing. We have a dancing president. You hear the people had a big press conference before that thing about the brooch and thing. And people start making laugh off our president, bro. We have a fashionist president. He like that. He like got to this and you understand what I mean? Come on. And we guys need to sit and just throw back everything good and beautiful. And then
man got to dance, man. Big up yourself.
We put them there, and we can't take them out because well, we unite us as one.
It's crazy.
We unite.
I hope we don't find the unity.
With one another.
I hope dropping it. Big up yourself. I hope we don't find the unity when it's too late. I hope we don't find the unity when we already suffer from the element of surprise, because I tell you, I feel these people got the element of surprise and they planning certain things. If we're looking at what's going on, you know, Guyana is not places get them situation with people blowing up thing and all them things. We don't got them thing going on. As soon as a certain set of people find themselves in large playground blow up, police station getting blow up, gas station getting blow up, and let me not forget rising power to our everlasting energy and condolences to the family of the young child that lost her life in that gas station. Let me not forget about it, you know. We ain't forgetting about her. Let me jump into this headline right here, because we had one other headline that we definitely wanted to cover on this live presentation, even though we got so much more things that we could cover, so many other things that we could cover. Let me see what's going on right here, so with this. Because this right here is one of the reasons and one of the things that we got to move beyond.
But just record the conversation. Turn up the phone. Yes, sir.
Who's speaking here?
Copper Sage.
Yeah. Are you want to record my conversation?
Good afternoon.
You want to record my conversation with you?
Who am I speaking to? Good afternoon.
You're speaking with Deputy Commissioner Karamash.
Mr. Karamash?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. The reason that we stopped the vehicle.
So you want to record my conversation?
The body camera is on, sir.
You're anti-crime. What are you there enforcing traffic laws?
The reason.
Get away from there on the anti-crime duties.
What is the phone cut off? Just call back, please. Tell the phone cut off. Tell the phone cut off. I said the phone cut off. Yes, sir, I'm listening to you.
Go and do your anti-crime duty and don't enforce traffic laws. It's not your function.
No, sir.
Why you are enforcing traffic laws all the time?
Sorry, just stop it.
Don't enforce the law. You're telling a law enforcement officer to don't enforce the laws. You should see this and let it slide. Because of who? Because of what? These is the things that we got for watch and deal with, you know. And then look at how he's addressing this grown man that is just out doing his work. Look at how he's addressing him. There's how you start to people, buddy. That could be right. Me telling you.
Ben so exercise.
Let the traffic police go and do the work and the nonsense we are doing there. Go and do your anti-crime duties.
Anti-crime
What's
duties,
happened to what?
anti-crime duties I'm doing, sir.
Hello. Stop enforcing traffic laws. There's a so-called staff. Let her go.
Okay, sir. Oh, listen. Hello? Okay. Yeah, good afternoon. Corporate station? Yeah. You continue holding your phone. Produce your license documents. If that's your attitude towards the police, God help God help you and whoever you have dealings with. If that is your attitude towards the police.
Who I have dealings with, I'm a police just like you.
Okay. Or on KB. Or on KB.
I am a like.
Kilo Mike 1 Kilo Delta.
Interesting times in our country, some interesting times. But as we analyze this, let me hear some of what the top cops were highlighting about this situation. Because we know that Mr. Slow and Mr. Conway are two. Hold on. Seems like we just went through the Bermuda Triangle, but the flight is right here, and we are definitely still in the air, presenting these headlines in a neutral manner. We are analyzing what just went down there with the person that the police would have pulled over and them now having a full attitude, plus people calling on the phone. I don't even think he should have answered the phone. But let me hear from one of the police that definitely would have served for many years, high rank, high caliber of integrity, Mr. Slow. And if you want to get the full live where this snippet was taken from, check out Speaking Out and Exposing Corruption and Incompetence right here on YouTube, and you will get the full breakdown and more on this. Let's hear what Mr. Slow had to say.
Police would have said, all right, and go away. We know there's a reality. But no, this rank appeared to have some power. So she can pick up a phone and call someone who purports to be a deputy commissioner and have him intervene. And hear the manner in which he's talking to the ranks. Hear the manner in which he's talking to that rank. No civility in the language. None at all. No civility. And let me, as I've said, depending on the circumstance, first of all police, every single one time you hold a book and you swear and you took the oath of office and you're police, you have powers of arrest. And no commissioner of police No minister of Home Affairs, no president can curtail that power. Let me understand it thing clearly. Once you took the oath of office to be a policeman, right? You have all the powers associated with the rank. Later on, if you turn senior, you might get some additional powers. If you're into certain specific area, you might get some additional power. But powers of arrest, power to search and detain lies with every single rank in the force. And as I've said, no standing order, no order from the commissioner of police, no order from the divisional commander can change that. You have the power. Let me understand this thing clearly. Ranks have been abusing the power. They stop people willy-nilly. That is what Mandela said. You must take out the photograph and you must sue them. They're stopping people without justification. Now, if you have a situation where persons are stopped without justification, it's not for you to try to curtail their power. It's to take the appropriate disciplinary action as prescribed in the Police Discipline Act. That is what you have to do. Not for telling you, you can't take away the power to stop, search, and detain. Nobody can do that as they are attempting to do. If you want to take away the power, the rank got to either be, if a person is interdicted from duty, either pending a criminal charge or a departmental charge, then the power is removed. If the rank is dismissed, of course, well then. But it is nonsense. And again, I say, it is well established, it's well known that many ranks are abusing the power to stop, search, to stop you. Let me see your documents. Drive to the police station. Let me get a raise. There's an abuse. But the way to deal with the abuse is not to tell you that you can't stop vehicle. And then here, the person who purports to be the deputy commissioner telling people, you mustn't do traffic work. Stopping a vehicle on the road and asking for things, especially vehicle things, that's traffic work. So you mustn't do traffic work. In other words, this person who purports to be a deputy commissioner is telling people only traffic rank must do traffic rank. That is why traffic rank must do traffic work. That is part of the problem you have. That is why the people driving around, general duty people and others, seeing offenses, they themselves committing offenses and no action is taken because they say them in traffic. And let me say this because I saw comments on social media. People who are misguided or ill-informed saying, well, you got to be a traffic rank for stop people on the road. Nonsense. Once you're a police in uniform, and in some cases, even if you ain't get on uniform, you can perform certain duties.
Special
you
branch.
can't legally give directions if you don't have on uniform, but you can. And people who know me know, whether I was in traffic, whether I was in division, I locking up people even more, charging more people than traffic men, even though I was not a traffic rank, because I have the powers of arrest, I have the powers to prosecute offenders. But this is a man who purports to be a deputy commissioner, perhaps he didn't know that, and he telling anti-corruption. So if they drive down the road and they see somebody lick down somebody and drive away, oh, you're not a traffic rank, you're doing anti-crime duty, so you should ignore that. That is what is being implied.
I'm telling you. Big up yourself, Mr. Slow, and thanks for your many years of service and the service that you continue to provide so that we could get insights on what's going on right here, from a person that was a part of the force and a person that would have served so many years at high rank with real credibility. Thanks for smoothing out this situation so we could understand as we're really taking place. You understand me? Because other than that, the situation looking crazy, but we get a chance to hear from a person that was in the force saying, listen, they making no sense. General public, regular person in the street, plus law enforcement, that ain't making no sense. Big up to all the travelers right now in the chat, all the frequent flyers, all the new travelers with us. Make sure that you subscribe and be a part of what we got going on right here on Delta 9 Media. Thanks to all the persons who took a couple of seconds already to hit that thumbs up button. Remember, it don't cost you nothing to thumbs up the live, It costs you nothing to thumbs up, to share the live, and it costs you nothing at all to subscribe as well. Ian is saying, imagine she did not even have her driver's license with her. Yeah, I would have conduct myself in a different manner if I know that I done the in the wrong and me got my papers correct. But I guess it's just a bullyism thing going on. I could call a big boy on the phone and let they deal with this, yeah. Me ain't got me license, but I ain't call a big boy. It's crazy. It is crazy when we think about it. Now, if Joe saying any other country, she would have been dragged out the car and put in handcuffs, and the deputy commissioner would have been demoted. Ay, ay, ay. It's crazy, buddy. When we see the type of things that sliding and going as normalcy in the country, because enough time this year says that, you know, everybody's got a big boy friend on the phone that they could call. I remember I shared a video here, so when the tint situation they just come in play, right? People saying, no, a particular officer was saying, hey, yeah, don't call me on the phone for tell me nothing but tint. You see, I taking off me tint. So it means it's a thing where people is just feel like they could call the big boyfriend and let the big boyfriend deal with whatever situation they got to deal with it on the road, you know? Rasta Empress has said, do the right, do the right. Ay, ay, ay. Carlisle is highlighting this. Correction. Chedi would be damn vexed to see how the Jagas is dealing with the PPP members and Guyanese people today. It is crazy when we analyze it, right? It's crazy when we think about those leaders that definitely put in so much work in building this nation and things that we see going on right now, and the persons that presenting themselves as political leaders, just how they're operating, is definitely need for improvement. Big up to all the moderators, big up to all the frequent travelers, big up to every single person that dropped insightful commentary in the comment section. Thanks to every person that called in on the live. Thanks to every subscriber. You are the ones that make Delta 9 Media what it is, and I thank you for being here and for making these presentations what they are. Guess what? It's about that time, Delta 9 travelers, for us to land the plane right here on Delta 9 Media. For Turn Up Tuesdays, we had a very packed presentation, and it was definitely 2 hours and 37 minutes so far that we would have been right here live with you on Delta 9 Media. Big up to every single person that is going to catch this live in the rewind in the future. Make sure that you subscribe if you're not already, and thumbs up the live. Share it if you can as well. Get your own little snippet and share it out so persons could realize a number of things that's going on in our beautiful nation. Big up to every single person that call in and drop their insights. All Uncle Eiffel, Flash, everybody, thanks for calling in and for making this live presentation what it is. You're the ones that make this live presentation what it is. You're the ones that make Delta 9 Media what Delta 9 Media is. You know? And we keep growing more and more every single day. Big up to everybody. At this point, one love. I'll catch you in the next live or in a pre-recorded video. So watch out for the notifications. Thanks for tuning in.
Sleepy is the only diaper brand in Guyana with such a wide range to choose from. We cater to all babies, from newborns all the way to stage 7. Our collection includes Sleepy New, Sleepy Sensitive, Sleepy Natural and Organic, Sleepy Night, and don't forget our fashion jeans. Most of all, they're available in both paste and pull-up styles. Sleepy, Guyana's #1 selling baby diaper, available at stores nationwide.
One love. Advertise with us and let's help you promote your next product, project, or event. More than 1 million viewers every month in Guyana and all over the globe. No project too big, no project too small.
Delta 9 Media. Let's help your project reach its widest possible audience.